All right, folks, we are back. Welcome. Took a few seconds here because I guess we had the wrong lobby first, but now we're getting to the correct one. It is the third qualifying match with Leenock versus Graphix. I'm apparently combining the names in my brain is what's happening here. But yeah, this best of three is another ZvZ. I don't know much about Graphix, but apparently they are grandmasters, so this isn't some just like random guy who got lucky with a walkover. Well, he could also be a random guy lucky with a walkover, but
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Grandmaster, so not too shabby. ZvZ, we always thought you have some difficulty. Huh?
oh, a bunch of people died in the bank heist. Rest in peace, boys. Should I release them?
Yeah. Aren't I a criminal? Release me. Oh no, I'm not.
Oh well,
Damn.
I released
Too late.
everybody. The bot whispers you. Now you're wandering. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dreamhack Road to Dreamhack event. This is the first qualifier of two. Top 4 go through to the top 8. Those 8 will play in a playoffs bracket a little bit later on. I think July 6th is the date. Either way, it's every Thursday for the next 3 Thursdays, this one included. In the top left, we're looking up for one of the third people to qualify through. Boy, that's a stupid way to describe that. I'll get into it better afterwards. Either way, we have the red Zerg, Leenock.
In the bottom right, as the yellow Zerg, I feel like I don't see yellow very often, it's Graphix.
All right, so again, this is a Grandmaster Zerg player. Don't know a whole heck of a lot about him, but he is going to be a contender here for Leenock. Oh, we just had a cha-ching come in and some subs to get caught up on. But real quick, thanks to the proud alum who donates $20.
Woo!
And he says, hope we're all having a great night. And he gives everybody else 5 mystery bags. So exclamation mark mystery bag to claim your loot, guys. I don't know if anyone's gotten anything really good yet. I got this diamond that gives me an extra 5 Makarovs per hour, which is kind of cool.
Well,
also, don't rob it from me.
A potion of invisibility, but what does it do?
Well, if you go to the website, you can look at it in your inventory.
Hold on, I gotta do this. I want to see what's up.
Okay, while she does that, big thanks to Power Jacouge for the 16-month sub, and Poison Ivy a little bit before that. Dude, I hope you're still watching. Good to see you, man. 14 months in a row.
How do I use this?
But anyways, as I was describing before, one of these players, of the total 8 that qualify through, will have a 4-night hotel stay paid for by Dreamhack. Then you've got Matcherino helping us fund money for a plane ticket to fly the players out. So whether that ticket covers the whole costs or maybe it just goes towards paying off a bigger ticket coming from Korea or Europe or otherwise, we'll have yet to see. It all depends who wins the qualifiers to get through.
How do I use it? I don't understand.
Look at it after the cast, I guess. It doesn't disappear unless somebody robs it from you. You'll have it. Although it's nice.
No, I mean, how do I find, like, what site am I supposed to be going to?
Your inventory.
What site?
Oh, type exclamation mark Gatherbot.
Okay.
Anyways, as far as this one goes, well, we saw some really crazy Ling versus Ling, all in versus all in, back to back to back with True and Vanya just now. Which, by the way, big shout out to Vanya. I hope I see more of that person in the future. Yeah, Leenock is not going to be doing the cheese. He's getting the Bailey Nest. He's got third hatchery. He's going to have some nice early game, but not so much the cheese.
Right. Yeah, so they're going to attack each other's third bases, as does usually ZvZ with Lings go. Leenock has that faster Bailey Nest. There's the Lings. A little bit. Little tiny bits.
What are we up to for the Match Arena page 2, by the way? We're up to 34 codes used so far. $34. Not too shabby. But again, this will be over 3 weeks, guys, so hopefully we'll get some good action going on. We'll be advertising this during our other broadcasts, too, because we have some other stuff like, for example, the Corsair Cup happening tomorrow morning. There'll be another group stage, too, which will be fun, but advertise that more later. Right now, we got some Banelings morphing in.
Not in the place that would expect him. As I said, these usually attacks surrounded the third base, not coming into that natural. So luckily, Graphix, I think his Overlord's barely just solid. He had Lings running down, and I think that's what they popped off on. So not very useful for Leenock much at all.
So I shouldn't have bragged about my loot. It all got stolen from me, apparently.
Yeah, I feel like mine was stolen.
Thanks, guys. Thanks a lot for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah. That's cool.
I'll get you back. This is a little bit harrowing with the banelings, of course. And Graphix eats a big baneling hit to the face. He also doesn't trade out too well for his other baneling. Leenock looking fantastic at the start of this fight. But there's more banelings where that came from, and it's not over yet.
Nope. Well, there's a bit of an attack on the natural base, but I guess just was only one baneling. Nothing died.
Can she send up this Overlord too? If she gets that, Graphix will hit. Possible supply block here, which could suck. But Leenock says, I'll help you with that, and kills the Queen. Nice. Gets out of there before the banelings connect. Ooh. Also, timing here is just before the banelings finish up. Sees the Roach Warren. Timing here is going to be great because Leenock sees everything coming.
Yeah, Leenock's not really getting a lot of kills here, but he is distracting Graphix so much and forcing him, I guess, to make more lings and more lings and banelings that Leenock has taken quite a drone lead. Only just now, Graphix is catching up.
I think there's going to be another aspect here where we look at the bank for both, right? And that's really representative of drones being pulled, units having not been made. I mean, the Queen dying too. Like, there's just lots of little things here that have led up a lot for Leenock. Now this bank is exhausted, making 11 roaches, and he's still left with 500 minerals over his opponents. Also, shout out to 1T, dealing some damage to the boss, as well as Alaska Winter, throwing 2 bucks to get a mystery bag for everybody in chat.
Nice. It's gonna be too many.
Yeah. Oh, again, too, for those who don't know, when the bit boss finally dies and someone steals his power, you can get free loot as well as steal other people's Makarovs via taxation. So Briamar is getting closer and closer to death, like very close to death.
One day.
It's like a sick game. Your bit boss is tied to your real health. We don't know it, but this whole time we're actually killing Briamar.
That would be kind of sad.
It's like that movie with like Cameron Diaz, where it's like you press this button, you get like $1 million, but somebody in the world will die randomly.
I never watched that movie.
It could be you.
Would you take that?
I don't know. It's a pretty easy risk, I think.
But it's like,
I'm a not very
I think it'd
caring
be a bit
person.
more difficult if it was like it would kill someone within your Skype contact list.
Well, what
You're
if?
like,
What if it
wow.
was good too, though? Like it kills like a terrorist leader or something, right? Like,
Oh yeah, well that's the real chance there, isn't it? Maybe it kills your best friend. So.
Okay, well, a lot of roaches, and this is bad for Graphix because what he has are units to fight, but not that many. The 21 roaches are, I guess, going to fend off initially, but Leenock, he's got that Ravager, he's got a couple of shots to add in here. Floods in with some lings, tries to get a small attack on the side. Might get the Evo Chamber too. In fact, Leenock might not even win this fight on the right side, but if he gets into the natural, this could be really good for him.
Yeah. Well, Leenock does not have speed, and he does not have a lair, so
he denies
is pushed
upgrades
back.
though.
Oh, that's nice. All right, well, I feel like Leenock could start a lair about now.
I
and
think
still be like,
upgrades and numbers too much. GG. Leenock will take the first game in this best of 3. Nice. Well, of course, that was I want to say, like, what's interesting to me is we look at the series of True and Vanya, and it was kind of close with the Ling back and forth and over in like a matter of seconds. Whereas I feel like Leenock and Graphix, it still was kind of close to an extent. Like, obviously Leenock won that, but it's the fact that they both got to roaches. They engaged the fight with similar roach numbers. Like, that didn't come in where like Leenock had the upgrade lead in terms of weapons, but Graphix had the speed.
Yeah.
Like, I'm amazed and impressed whenever you find a player that you've never really cast before, you've never really heard of before, and they measure up against a player that you know is a stone cold badass, that you know is somebody like Leenock. Like, that's impressive to me, even though it wasn't a win.
So open brackets are still pretty cool.
Alaska Winter wants to know, how does create a meme work? So normally there's like an on-screen display and your meme would get shown on stream, but there's this really annoying noise they have as the default sound that I don't know how to turn off yet. So until I learn how to turn that off, we're keeping the memes off the stream. But yeah, so you can pick from the meme list to make your own memes. Speaking of which, Terminator chooses Ned Stark to say, brace yourselves, mystery bags are coming. 2 mystery bags for everybody in chat, $5 for Terminator. Thank you so much, dude. In fact, I can show you guys kind of, I guess, what the memes look like here. Because when someone donates and creates the meme, like I can see it here on the dashboard, right? Like brace yourself, mystery bags are coming. Is this how it works, or is this how it works? So much currency, so mystery, many spam. Wow. Here's the stupid one from earlier. Meets Temple IRL. Rifkin's there. Kappa. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, there's some memes, and I'm just glad that they die off. But the Doge meme, at least as a dog, is really cute.
I know, you're like, I don't really care how dumb this is. It's adorable, so I can live with it.
Yeah.
But all right, folks, you're watching the Road to Dreamhack. It's game number 2 here in the other qualification series. There's one more to go after this, one last best of 3. And it's probably going to be one of the best ones of the day. Regardless, though, in the top left, we do have the red Zerg player, Leenock.
In the bottom right, as the yellow Zerg, it is Graphix.
You know, I may have gotten a little ahead of myself, saying it was probably going to be the best match of the day. I actually, for all things considered, really enjoyed True versus Vanya. I think an exhausted True versus a decent Zerg player provided some really entertaining games, despite how the result went.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where, like, 2 gold players isn't going to be the epitome of amazing, but they have really fun games back and forth.
Better than watching a GM stomp a silver, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of fun watching True, I guess, get tired, broken. Which, by the way, I guess we didn't... Did we talk about it? I think it was when we weren't on stream. But True was at WCS.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured he would have been back already, like everyone else is, so that was weird.
Well, that's why when we're planning our schedules and stuff, I'm always like, people aren't going to be back the next day or the next 2 days, or like maybe 3 days. Like, it is sometimes just like that delay. But at the same time, we at least didn't see him tweeting a bunch of things saying like, oh, my plane was canceled or I'm lost. Like, so it was just a later flight by the looks of things, which is good, I guess.
Yeah.
But by the way, for Atlanta, guys, people keep asking like what the deal is, and especially mostly through Twitter these last couple of days. And we don't know. I can't confirm for you right now whether it's going to be a 3-day event or a 2-day event. The only thing I can confirm for you, though, is Dreamhack has promised us the semifinals and the finals will be played out on that main stage, which is going to be awesome. Whether there's a small crowd or a big crowd, I just love getting to cast, like, hearing that booming sound, like a bit of the audience in the background. NXE wasn't admittedly a very big event, but it was still really, really fun to do. So Dreamhack, I think, is going to be even better.
Yeah, Dreamhack will be indoors.
Many of you won't understand that joke because so few of you got to tune in over the weekend, but we got rained out on one of the days. We had like a best of 7 show match that got canceled 1.5 games in due to thunder and lightning. Yeah,
and then the last day, I mean, even though it's still, we played it out, it was also raining and that kind of sucked. But and if it wasn't raining and being canceled, it was just hot and sticky.
Yeah, I'm glad they were able to get it together. I've never been to Atlanta, though, so I'm actually kind of excited to go just because it is like, oh, we've been to Toronto before. We've been to California before. Atlanta's new, and for me, I'm excited.
I want to say there's a reason that you haven't been to Atlanta yet.
Well, I watched I watched the TV show Atlanta with, was it Donald Glover or whatever?
Yeah.
Really great show, by the way, but also gave me like a really bad impression of what to expect from Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're going someplace, it's hopefully in a decent area, obviously. So I'm like not too worried about that. But it is just like, it's not like no one's like, I'm gonna take a vacation to Atlanta, right? Like there's just, it'll be cool and fun, but I feel like it's gonna be going to Raleigh, North Carolina, which I did at MLG, and it was just, it was okay.
How would you take a vacation to Atlanta? Isn't it buried beneath the ocean?
Only in like a 500 years, man. You're a little too soon on that one.
Or a little too late. I was making an Atlantis joke.
Oh, I thought you were making a Futurama joke. Oh shit.
All right. Well, the mark is missed on the humor, but not here on the attack. Leenock actually gets on top of the third, but Graphix slips by, and he's not pulling back to defend. He's actually going for a big full-on attack. Wastes one of the initial banelings, which is really unfortunate, though. 2 of the banelings go down. Second one takes out Larva at the very least.
Yeah, they look to be almost on purpose, but he's left it out enough lings to back this up. Loses his third base.
Oh, that
might
queen.
Just be no. He's not gonna be able to hold anymore. Leenock noticed the banelings.
Yeah, he plays it safe here. He gets the queen kill with it too, and the last baneling to go with it. Oh, it's worth the dive.
Yeah, this looks like it might just be game. Graphix is gonna have 16 lings pop out, and he might be able to hold here, but without a third base, it's gonna be very difficult. There should be a snowball effect of Larva at the very least.
Yeah, he's getting good value out of this. The fact that he's up at the third base Graphix really can't counterattack, spending everything, exhausting everything even, to stay alive at home. Baneling comes in, gets a really good hit.
Very nicely done.
Oh, Graphix is a decent one too. But I still think these extra 4 from Leenock are going to be the linchpin. There's nothing to oppose him.
He's not even bothering to split. I think he realizes.
Oh, the Queen's not microed into that sweet spot.
That was nice. Like the Lings at the last second did, so she sniped one before they both got into the mineral line.
New Baneling
That's
comes
in
in,
a bad
wipes out.
scenario. But Leenock's still going to be up 12 drones.
Yeah, 12 drones and more harassment where that came from. No moments to breathe here for Graphix. He can't even mine, much less build out of the natural. He sends 4 drones down, but only to their death. Or not? 1? 2. Not quite 3.
Well, Leenock, well, he did squeeze in a couple of drones here and there. Most of his advantage does come from killing Graphix's drones, so he has more Lings on the way. Just trying to end the game, get that 2-0, and take a nap, probably. It's still early in Korea.
I'll get back just in time to see the Banelings almost get the game-ending hit. I mean, it's already pretty much game over, but that's the difference of 7 drones dead versus 14 to 20 drones dead.
Yeah.
14 remain, most almost down. This is rough for Graphix.
Oh, he's absolutely dead. It is his last game in this qualifier at the very least.
Oh!
Oh boy. That's not good.
No.
Nice.
Nice last second trade, yeah. But each wave that comes by is just more and more difficult to deal with. And Graphix, yeah, I think he's just down and out of this first qualifier, which is unfortunate. But at the same time, he got like a pretty sweet walkover, so he didn't have to put in too much work today.
An hour. Pretty dope.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's too many Banelings.
GG. All right, Leenock will make the top 4. So what's cool to note, like, let's say Leenock does not qualify through. Like, he doesn't win the finals of the playoffs. If he does still decide to pay his own way to come to Atlanta, compete for the prizing, he will still be given a seeding to the event through qualifying through this, which is kind of cool. BaseTradeTV, I dropped my steak on the deck. Is it okay that I'm considering it seasoned?
Oh, eat it. Go ahead.
Really, it depends on whether it's been cooked already, or whether you dropped a juicy, gross-ass, soaking in blood and wet, like, steak.
Oh, that too. Yeah, you're right about that.
Although I guess technically if you got it dirty beforehand, but you cooked it, you would cook off the gross stuff. Or at least kill the bacteria with the heat. Maybe?
Not worth.
Also, how many cats and dogs do you have? Did you just drop in a bunch of fur? That's not seasoning, my friend. That's a health hazard. All right, well, folks, we're getting to our very last best of 3 coming up next. It's Hero versus Game Time. We've recently become big fans of Game Time. And this is, by the way, not the OSC Root Hero, but this is the X-Team Liquid, X-Revolution. I think he's teamless at the moment, Hero.
Right. You're right.
All right, well, we'll go to commercial break. We'll get that set up. But please, once again, guys, do us a favor. Hit up the Match Arena page. Really, there's a couple hundred of you tuning in, and we've used 42 codes. Help us out here, folks. This gets the players to Dreamhack. Big shout out to Arknive for throwing in $5 of his own hard-earned cash. But if you hit contribute, come down here, use the code DREAM. It'll create $1 you can add to the prize pool, and it won't cost you a penny. You won't have to use any of your own hard-earned cash. Also, if you do want to buy tickets to Dreamhack, whether it's through general attendance or through playing, either way, you are going to be saving a ton of money by buying through Match Arena. It's 20% cheaper than buying directly through Dreamhack. And on top of that, half of that purchase goes towards the prize pool. So make sure to get over to !Match Arena, get that code, get that command, and help us get these players over to Atlanta. In the meantime, though, lobby will go up soon. We got to get the vetoes and the maps. We'll see you guys in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching tonight.